Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of, what is our show called again? Hearttown Hunters. It's staring me right in the
Hearttown
face.
Hunters.
It's so good that we forgot the name of it. Welcome back, everybody. It's good to see you all. I'm joined by my amazing players, Adam, Emma, and Parker. How's everyone doing today?
Good. Can I practice something?
Go for it.
Oh.
I've been doing Duolingo Japanese.
Uh-oh.
Watashi no namae wa Nozomi desu.
Hey, Nihongo
There we go.
So like there's a thing here like in Japan whenever you say anything to somebody in Japanese, anything, like a Japanese person will just tell you, "Oh my God, your Japanese is incredible." Like I've just said hello and people have been like, "Oh my God, how did you learn that?" Like fantastic. It's very
Is it like an overabundance of niceness or like I don't know.
It's one of those things where you're just like, it does build your self-esteem early on, but the longer I'm here, the more I'm just like, I can't say hello without you just like complimenting me. Like, anyways, I'm just jaded like that. But you know who's not jaded? Our heroes of Hearttown Hunters.
Well, I don't know about that.
Look at the little like spiked wrist bracelet.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Everyone, thank you so again very much for being here. I think it's time that we get pretty much like right back into where we left off. So let us begin.
Yes, let's go. I've been waiting a week for this.
Super excited.
Some music loaded up. All right, so the story resumes. It was the first day of school at St. Marcus International High School. You guys had quite an eventful first day. You met your energetic classmates. You've met your teachers. You've met what appears to be the scariest high school student in the at the school in Yuzu, who has no tolerance for your BS around the class. Way less tolerance than the teacher does for some reason. Anyways, after your harrowing battle with this random unknown human dressed in battle gear, and then after that, your battle with what appears to be a werewolf in broad daylight, you all leave the first day of school with a telepathic message being broadcast into your brains. 5 p.m. Hearttown Central Square. Be there. Now, school ends a little after 2 p.m., so you guys have a couple of hours before you need to be where you're going. What do you do in that time?
Well, I think there's only one place I would probably go, and that's the skate park, but I need to first hit up a store real quick so I can duct tape my board back together, because I'm apparently gonna borrow a board from Kokoro, but that hasn't happened yet, and I need to hit the half pipe, so duct tape it is.
Duct tape it is. All right, so Kei makes his way towards a local convenience store to pick up some duct tape. Nozomi and Kokoro, what is it that you all are doing?
Where are you going, Kay?
I just kind of hold up my two halves of the board. Need to deal with this first, and then skate park, I guess.
Sick. She follows.
Nice.
Parker, I think you're muted.
Kokoro says, I'm gonna head to my place, see if I have another board to get you. You know, I wouldn't want you to ride on a busted board.
I appreciate it, but he's like not used to anyone like doing nice things for him, so he's like doesn't know how to respond exactly.
Then we'll meet you there?
Yeah, you'll meet me there.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
All right, Nozomi, so you're going to head to the skate park as well?
Yeah, and while she's walking over with Kay, she's like asking like annoying questions about the different types of like skateboarding tricks that you can do. Is that called a kick flip?
Yeah, you start with ollie. Everyone starts with ollie, and then kick flips like the next one that everyone learns.
Okay, I could probably do a kickflip.
I look down at the board. Right. Yeah. Well, maybe when we have a board, you can give it a shot. That'd be pretty cool.
Okay.
Are you always this excited?
I mean, I don't have too many friends at school. I don't know. I just you guys are newer, and so it's nice to have people to talk to, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that. So I guess I've never met anyone else who can like do special things, and today was a weird day for that. Nor have I ever like seen a bear. So how did you?
They're all over Japan.
I've never seen a bear.
Like, I don't really hit up the zoo. They don't really let you skateboard in there. But how did you like learn how to do that? Because that was pretty wicked.
Oh my god, wicked.
Well, I mean, thanks. It's a long story, but it starts with the forest.
Okay, yeah,
I was on
Bear's Forest.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I was on vacation a long time ago, and well, I kind of wandered off because I tend to do that. My parents hate it, but whatever. And
Nice.
Sorry.
Nice.
Nice. My parents hate it, but yeah, whatever. I wandered off into a forest, and I'll tell you the full story sometime. But
Yeah,
basically,
cool.
that's how I met Ichigo.
Right. That's awesome. I guess. Very cool.
And how can you do skateboard magic?
Well, I think it's related to ghosts and stuff like that because well, I've been able to see dead people for a long time, but
I'm sorry, back up.
he takes a step back. Sorry.
Oh god.
Oh, I meant you can see dead people?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
they're
see,
all
that is
over
a
the place.
talent that I do not have.
I mean, I don't know if I'd call it a talent, but more like a curse in a lot of ways. But I don't know. Just recently, I got into a fight, and well, for once, they were actually winning against me. But then, like something, like I don't know if it just like broke loose or what, but well, something happened, and then I could do these things, and I've just been trying to learn what I can do since then, I guess.
Nozomi looks down at her scars along her leg and just says, I think I know the feeling.
You get into a lot of street fights.
Oh god.
Not street fights.
Oh, Are you pro?
Let's just get to the skate park.
Yeah, cool. It takes so long to get there when you're walking. And he just like looks down at his poor board.
Wah, wah, wah. While you all are having this extremely riveting and not at all awkward conversation on the way to the skate park, the camera pans over to Kokoro, who around this time has made her way back home. Kokoro, when you enter, so can you describe the house, the Akagawa household, so to speak?
Sure. I would imagine that it's some sort of apartment somewhere, maybe close to the city or in the city. It's very humble and cozy. It's got that nice big table in the living space and a kitchen attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of beer in the fridge, but that's for Auntie Mai. And so
Is it like the mats on the floor, or is it like Western style?
Ooh, that's a good question. Ooh, that's a really good question. I think it's the mats.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go with it. Let's go with the mats. And so she comes in. She kicks off her shoes. You know, she goes, "Tadaima."
You hear like this, like in the distance, like someone just says "Okaidi," like just as you enter in. Kokodo, you're back. You're back from school on time. No issues. I take it.
Yeah. I was actually just stopping by to get a board. I met someone at school, and we were gonna go to the skate park.
It's at this point that one of your aunties makes her appears, and she goes, "Wait a minute, come here." If we focus real quick, you can see some webbing going on between her fingers.
Yes, Auntie Mai.
She begins sniffing you. You were in a bit of a tussle today, weren't you?
Hardly broke a sweat. It wasn't anything.
That's my girl. The Akakawa family name lives on proudly with you. I cannot wait for the next hunt. She almost begins like licking her lips at that point.
Yeah. And I wasn't able to get a meal in after that fight though, so might have to get something on the way back to the skate park, I guess. Unless there's anything in the fridge.
Oh, plenty. I went hunting this morning. And she opens up like this little like ice box that's like they have in the fridge and like just pulls out what appears to be like a bunch of frogs.
Oh.
Yum.
I was thinking more like leftovers, but it's okay. You can have them.
I forget you're so young. You're still so. Anyways, maybe it is an acquired taste after all. She just like dangles one and just like eats it, just like nom 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 nom.
And she got her throat just kind of like bobs up and down as she's trying to like hold it in. Cool.
There should be some noodles in the fridge.
Thank you, Auntie. And she goes into the, fridge, sits down and starts like scarfing it down.
It's at this point that your other auntie comes in. Now I don't know that we have a name for her yet. So
Auntie Junko.
Auntie Junko comes in and she just is like, "Hi, Kokodo, how are you doing today?"
Hi, Auntie Junko. I'm doing pretty good. I was actually gonna go to the skate park after I'm done eating.
Oh, do you have some? You spent so much time over there. Do you have some? Are you gonna go alone this time, or did you make any new friends on your first day?
Actually, I made some new friends.
Wonderful. See, I knew that title wouldn't stick. I know that you may have. I know that you've had your fair share of troubles, and she almost begins like crying and like just weeping as she puts her hand on your shoulder. Life as a teenager can be so hard.
Auntie, and she like tries to grab one of the tissues like on the table, like hands it over to her.
Oh, if only your parents could grow up to see how beautiful you're becoming and how you're flourishing at this new school. Oh.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just take the rest of my noodles and go. That's okay.
Auntie Mai walks in and puts her arm around Junko and says, Now, dear, adversity makes us that much stronger. And while she may be flourishing socially, I cannot wait to see where her abilities take her. Oh, and then Junko just like, oh, that may be right. She's just like dabbing tears away from her cheeks. Oh, sorry, forgive me. It's still so new to me, this lifestyle. Oh.
I mean, it's not really something I chose, Auntie.
Yes. Yeah. Auntie Mai kind of said, yes. But trust me, you'll get used to it as time goes on. Now, we don't want to keep you and your friends. She like just grabs another frog and just Auntie Junko just kind of just like, oh, you.
Okay. I'll see you later. I'll be in the square and at 5. And then I'll let you know afterwards when we're done.
Kokodo, do you wish to join me for a hunt this weekend?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's it's been a while, I guess.
She like extends like a claw, like just like partially transforms a single claw, which might not be something you're able to do just yet, but just goes to the calendar and instead of writing it down, just like scratches the paper off like with her claw, and just says, "This Sunday in the morning, the hunt is on," and just like kind of turns her finger back to normal.
Hunt is on. Skateboards, and she runs up to her room and she grabs a skateboard from underneath her bed, which was one of the many things that she has stowed underneath that thing. And she starts with the noodles in one hand and the other board in the other. She sort of like dips out and goes like, "Bye, aunties."
They both just like wave in unison, like Auntie Junko more bubbly and just like very much like 1950s like housewife, like take care, and like the other like, and then like Auntie Mai is just sitting there like creepily just like I'll see you this evening. That's absolutely how I imagined like the aunties. Yes, thank you so much.
I love them both.
Yeah, I was just waiting for one of them to be like,
When is
like
the
Wicked
episode?
Witch.
Yeah, when is the episode where we rescue your aunties from something,
Oh,
or they rescue us?
Yeah, when, Mark?
We'll just throw
That's
it in the
the
bank.
spin-off show where they get their own, and then we just like have crossovers.
Oh my god, could you imagine an origin for Auntie Mai and Junko?
I'm
They
so
remind me
ready. I'm
They
so
remind
ready.
me of Sabrina, the new
Yes.
Sabrina show, the two ants.
Yes. That new Sabrina show. We should just make a game of that. Anyways, all right, so you all begin making your way towards the skate park. And as you all seem to arrive around the same time. And it's not super crowded. Like there are definitely people there. Adam with the
No way.
change. Thank you. Adam with the scene change. Yeah, so you arrive at the skate park, and there's like a few other people there. When you walk in, they're much older. I say much older. They're probably in their like early 20s. And as you all like kind of make your way in, they just kind of give you like a greeting of like acknowledgement. The youth in Hearttown is very much a Western influenced part of the country. And so like here you'll see lots of people wearing like American brands. Their clothes are a little baggier. They have like the fashion sense is much more Western. And you'll actually start to see a few tattoos. Oh my God, is everyone going to be a skate park background now? God.
Sorry.
Let's go.
Go for it. So yeah, so like you start to see like the people here are much more let your hair down, be relaxed, might not give you as much of a hard time, just for being like just for showing up. But when you all arrive, essentially maybe like Kay and Nozomi get there a few minutes early, but as you all arrive, you start to see a couple of people whisper to each other. Can I have everybody make a body check? Try and hear this.
Do you want me to body these people that are
Yes.
talking about me?
Boom.
Is that all 3 or 2?
Just one. So it's body. With like just roll with your body.
Oh no, I mean like the 3 of us or 2
Oh,
of us.
sorry, all of you.
'Cause I don't know if I'm there yet. Okay.
All of you can do it. Yeah, this would be when you all arrive.
And
Okay.
that's 2d6 plus body, correct?
Correct. Yes, 2d6 plus body.
Body yada yada. All right, that
14.
is 10.
You got a 14, a 10, and
8.
8. All right. Yeah. So Nozomi, ever the out of the loop. Unfortunately,
Your roles keep making you seem like a space cadet, but I know that's not the case.
that's what it is. Yeah. So this is your first time, Nozomi, to the skate park, I imagine. So this is probably taking it all in. But you know, Kay and Kokodo have probably seen a few of these faces here before. You two are able to pick up that they are, in fact, talking about the two of you. Like, oh, I've seen them here, but now they're hanging out together? What's going on over there? I don't know. Well, maybe they're like together. They hold up a pinky. Maybe they're like together now.
I look
They-
over and just have like a blank face, but it looks like super angry. So just like stare at them and make
don't
it
notice
very
them, right?
clear.
So like so Nozomi, you can see these people, but you can't tell that they're like talking about.
Got it.
You're not able to hear in on these little like whispers they're doing about Kokodo and Kay. But then the two of you, Kokodo and Kay, you do hear like, oh, and who's that other one they brought with them? Oh wow, she's kind of cute. Ooh, yeah. She didn't bring a board or blades or anything. What is she doing at a skate park? Not a board or blades.
I think at this point, Kokoro like sort of conglomerates with the group and says, I hope I'm not late. I got a board.
Oh, dude, nice. Looks over. You're just in time for gossip. And looks over at the two that are talking. And like, Kay doesn't really change how loud or quiet his voice is. So if they can hear me, they can hear me, and I don't care.
Yes, good. They like, you've definitely seen these dudes at the skate park before. They've never given you any hassle. They have more or less like just they've never given you any hassle. They just are like just gossiping. They're being youngsters and they're just being like, oh god, what's going on
These
over
young
here?
punks.
Yeah, they just see like they're clearly there without any they're clearly there with like just their other guy friends. So I think more than anything, they're probably just jealous that Kay showed up with two young women. And they're just like,
Kay's oblivious to that part. But he sets the skateboard down that he put duct tape on, and it just like immediately sinks in the middle. He's like, I guess that's not happening.
Is that supposed to happen?
No, but you're also not really supposed to use it to hit like dudes in masks. So, yeah.
Fair.
Anyways, but
Kokoro kind of like shoves it against his chest, like, here, take it.
cool. Thanks. I'll get it back to you once I got another ride.
Can I use one of those halves? Do you mind?
Half the broken board.
Yeah, I just want to play around with it.
Wouldn't you rather like holds out the board that was just handed to him, like use a real skateboard, like so you can learn to do stuff?
Yeah, maybe sometime. Thanks. Do you mind?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. I guess that's.
And she like gets on top of the board, the like half board, and just absentmindedly starts like teetering back and forth.
I imagine you were
As
gonna
you
do
two
like
are
a
talking.
boogie board, like or something, like on a beach, like little.
Just lay down on your stomach and just roll around the park.
Yeah, she's just standing like with one foot on each side of the wheel, the trucks, and she like just back and forth as the two of you are talking.
So you kind of like go back and forth on this, like, you know, trying to get your balance. All of a sudden you hear someone exclaim something, but it's like all of you, again, this is set in Japan, so all of you are speaking Japanese, but you hear this exclamation in a language that is not Japanese. Did anybody take the features to speak English by any chance?
No.
Based on my background, I should have, but
Oh, it's fine. There are plenty of people living here who don't speak English. But okay, so you just hear this this loud exclamation, and you see this young man barreling towards Nozomi, and in very, very broken Japanese just says, "Move, move."
Can I try to jump in the way and like grab him off the board?
Yes. Can I have Kay roll a body check?
Okay. That is a 12.
All right, yeah, that's perfect. So you describe how you intervene. This guy is like barreling. He's like balancing. He just came down off a quarter pipe. He's not getting on his balance. He's making his way straight on a collision course with Nozomi. What do you do?
Okay, so without even thinking about it, I immediately throw the board down on the ground and take off on it. And just as I get to them, I do an ollie over the kid's board, grab him in the air, and then land back on my board.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
I have him with me on like the back of the board.
Woo, the board is still going. Nozomi, I need you to make a body check as well. The board is flying towards you.
Okay, here we go.
Oh no.
Oh no, Nozomi.
It tracks. I got snake eyes.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Plus 4, so it's
Okay.
a 6 total.
You've never been to the skate park before. This is maybe your first time on a skateboard since childhood. So yeah, the board hits the one that you're on, and it's just enough to make you like just fall face first onto the pavement.
No.
You don't take any damage, but it's not a pretty sight. Like everyone at the skate park immediately looks over to you, and it's just like, oh my god, like what is she doing here? Should we call an ambulance? Like, oh my god.
She stays like face planted in the ground for like 3 or 4 seconds while she processes what just happened, and then she rolls to one side, kind of dazed, and then sits cross-legged, and then in like anime style rolls back laughing.
Oh man.
I imagine the fall was one of those ones that there's like both hands are out, just like poof
Yes.
on
Yeah.
the floor.
And like for some reason it's enough to make the earthquake. It's at this point that the guy that Kay is holding in his hands, he just like turns around and says in very, very broken Japanese, thank me.
Yeah, and it's at that point that I didn't realize that the not half pipe, but the like pool part was behind us. So both of us just go down into the hole.
Kokoro, what are you doing while this scene unfolds?
Gosh, are they in Kay and that guy in danger?
They're
Like going in the pool?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, if they know how to swim, they're not in actual like mortal danger. But
I was imagining.
Oh, is it like
more
a
of I thought it was like an empty pool, like you know.
oh,
the
sorry,
ones that
you're
kids
right. You're
skate
right.
through.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
There's just water in the pool. Like
This is
how
like a
did this
skate
get
park
here?
with like a
Who
casual
built
pool
this?
in the middle. Yeah, my bad. Yes, yeah. They're about to fall in.
I would definitely like rush to their aid. Kokoro like sort of like running man, just sort of, and tries to catch them like with their back against her hand.
All right, go ahead and roll a body check to see if you're able to
Bye.
zoom in.
Buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there we go. That is a 9 plus 13.
Perfect. Yeah, you're able to get there just in the nick of time. How does it look?
Definitely the idea of like just one hand like pressed against the back of one person holding up the weight of 2 people, like sort of leaning like back, showing her flexibility, and then like just like a gentle push back on.
I love it. I love it.
He's like not sure exactly what just happened, so he just takes the kid and like puts him off the board.
Oh.
Gives him a little wave, and then goes over to Nozumi and like gives a thumbs up to Kokoro.
Nozomi, just thanks. Thanks.
He starts fumbling through his pockets and like just random bits of trash and stuff are falling out, and then he pulls out a Band-Aid and hands it to you.
Just casual Band-Aid.
I mean, this
yeah.
happens to everybody on their first time.
Thanks,
So-
I appreciate it. She takes the Band-Aid and looks at it and is like, thanks.
Yeah, putting trash back in the pockets.
Nozomi walks over to, she stands up, just kind of nods at Kay, says thank you again, walks over to Kokoro, and says, you were great.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
The both of you were. Sorry that had to happen. Is he okay?
You see like this other guy kind of stands up, and it's at this point, none of you changed your clothes, right?
No.
Oh, no, I guess we didn't.
Certainly not.
Okay.
We're all in our student uniforms.
So this guy begins pointing at all of you, and he goes, school, same. School, same.
I think he's trying to say that he's a student too.
Is he? Oh yeah. Okay.
Nozomi holds out her hand.
He just like kind of like exasperated, like puts his hand his hand to his head, and he's just like, my name is Arnold. Nice to meet you. And just like kind of gives like he holds out his hand, and then he's just like, oh, sorry, and then bows, like.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool. Nozomi bows back.
Kay shakes his hand and then like puts it back down.
Oh wow. Hand. Okay.
Okay.
Nice. No, he just says nice.
Nice.
My name is Arnold. Same class?
Looks over to the other. Which class were we again?
We just had orientation. I think we're sophomores.
You are
Yes.
you are all in class 2B, and he is
2B,
very
thank
much
you.
in your class. He is.
Okay,
in your
great.
Kay doesn't remember that at all.
class. No, he didn't make much of a first impression. You guys also had a lot of stuff on your mind that first day, earlier in the day.
We're a little distracted, a lot on our plate.
Yeah, fucking creatures attacking.
Trying to annoy the class president.
There it is.
Important stuff.
He just like he's going on. Okay, thank you. Tomorrow, and just like runs over and picks up his board and just like kind of like skips away all daintily. Just super happy. Just that he met friends,
Later.
maybe.
Nozomi waves.
That reminds me, does anyone else have a really good English tutor?
My English is pretty bad. I haven't used it in a while, so.
Yeah, same.
I don't know any English. I mean, I can say hello. Thank
Yeah,
you. but that's about it.
Out of context, this clip must be really weird.
I know, right? This is the only clip we're just gonna clip this one little area.
That's
It's a shame.
I know like a couple things like that's America's ass and
America
Linkin
no
Park
shitty.
lyrics.
No shitty. Love it. America's buttocks. So the day, like the afternoon, like passes on for a few hours. You guys get in some tricks. Nozomi, let me get one more body check, real quick.
Okay, and I do have a question. We have
Yeah.
2 points that we were supposed to spend that I forgot.
That's fine.
I can increase my body by 1 if I spend those 2 points, correct?
Yes, if you'd like to.
I'm gonna do that.
Nice.
Because
Fair enough.
every single time I roll body out of combat.
I will say, like, we had these little, we had parameters about how you could set, how high you could make your body when we started the game, but now that we're actually playing, that doesn't apply anymore. Feel free to increase.
Nice.
Okay, it's not working, but it's better than 2 1s.
Nice.
I got 2 2s this time.
Very good.
We're moving up in the world.
That's a 9.
Nice.
Okay,
Okay,
went up.
that's enough for you. Like maybe with some like instruction from Kokoro and Kay, you're able to at least balance on the board now. So if you ever get on a skateboard, you won't have to roll again. Just to go.
Hey.
Whatever.
It's whatever.
I couldn't have done it without you guys, though. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
pretty
nothing.
good. Yeah, like first time I got on board, I fell immediately on my ass, so that was pretty good. First day, very nice.
I fell on my face, so
Yeah, if you're gonna make a
Whoa.
habit of that, you should wear a helmet.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
and
Hey.
hopefully Americans won't fly out of nowhere at you next time.
Americans
Yeah,
fly out
those don't re-
everywhere. Hello.
hey, if you want to try a whole board this time instead of half a board, you just hit me up, okay?
Yeah, it was pretty impressive the fact that you were doing all that on half a board.
Oh wait, did I use half a board to do a trick?
Well, to just
Heck
balance. So now when you get on an actual skateboard, no, you still can't do it now.
Yeah, she turns to Kokoro and just says, "Thanks. I actually, I'll try it at some point. That sounds fun. And then thank you for teaching me. Cool." And she like sits down on the edge of the skate park with her feet in the pool.
With the pool that's clearly full of water.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
And
Kids
so
doing cannonballs into the empty pool.
woo, spine cracks. Okay, so the clock strikes the late hour of 4:30 in the afternoon. Bong, bong,
Oh no,
bong.
my skateboard's turning back into a pumpkin.
I love it. So like that gives you just enough time to leave the skateboard and walk back to like Harttown Central Square.
All right, was it today or tomorrow that thing was happening?
Today.
Today.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's around this time that a lot of junior high schools are also getting out, elementary schools are getting out, kids are making their way from schools to after school clubs, after school like activities, or just like the older people are just like coming out like out of work. And so like as you make your way towards Central Square, it's quite busy. Like there's a lot of people just like running in and out. But as you make your way towards Central Square, let me have everybody roll with soul.
Yes.
I always do.
Roll with soul.
Let's go.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
I didn't roll so hot either.
A little quick math here.
That is a 9.
Okay,
12.
nice. And Kokoro?
7.
Nice. All right. So, while they may be more proficient with the skateboard, their spiritual senses are not nearly as attuned as Nozomi's in this instance.
Yeah, I'm trying to like do a manual down the street, and I'm way more focused on that.
There it is. That's what it is.
You guys feel that?
Yeah.
Huh?
No, I still got it. I still got it. Oh, falls over.
You good, dude?
Just lying flat on my back. Yeah, no, it's cool. Thanks, though.
All right.
Not great at that one.
Nozomi. There's like, as I said, there's people going in and out of like everywhere, like groups of young people like hanging out, laughing up a storm, being loud and whatnot, just like having a good time in Central Square. But as you're like kind of like looking around like these groups, your gaze is like almost transfixed on this man who is standing in the middle of everyone in that same battle gear that you saw earlier. And he's just staring, arms behind his back, just staring at your group. And like it's almost as if he's in between two people who are talking at each other, and they do not notice him at all.
Nozomi grabs her whistle and then nudges Kokoro. Do you see him?
She sort of squints and tries to focus.
And yeah,
Mark, is she?
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
Cool.
now that you're able to focus in directly on where Nozomi's pointing, the rest of you can see him.
Oh.
I guess. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, he sure is punctual.
In Central Square, there is a statue of a flower. And with extra, like, the statue probably stands about 10 feet tall. And with extreme ease, this young man just jumps up and lands like on tiptoes on top of the flower statue. And you hear that same voice in your mind. Follow me. And again, nobody
I could jump that, no problem.
could definitely do it. Nobody notices this. Like the statue is in like plain sight. And so like he's just sitting on there like balancing on his like tiptoes and just says follow me and just like leaps in a direction towards the mall area, which is maybe about another 5 minutes walk from here.
I guess he wasn't kidding that like basically he's invisible to everybody.
You want to go for a run? And Nozomi starts running after this guy.
Looks down at the board. Nah. Throws that down and uses it instead.
Kokoro follows suit.
Nice. So whereas like you guys are following on ground level, this guy is like jumping from like not necessarily rooftop to rooftop, but like in between buildings, like Mega Man X style, against like wall skipping and everything. Like just jumping to a wall, then jumping to another one, then jumping to another one. Again, nobody is like, this is clearly obvious to you now that you can see him, but nobody is paying attention to him at all.
Just for flavor, as the two of them are skateboarding, Nozomi's running and she'll like sprint as fast as she can to keep up with them, and then she'll like grab a piece of the wall and like put her legs on it and jump a bit to try and get ahead, and then she'll sprint and then go to the other side of the alleyway or whatever.
Ooh.
And she's like following them as they skate, but she's using the environment to push herself ahead further.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Now this you can this people can absolutely see. And so
I was about
like
to say, I don't think you're invisible.
when you're like skipping by some people, they're just like, "Whoa, hey, watch where you're going."
Parkour.
Parkour. Can I have you make one more body check, Nozomi? Just see how you're doing it.
I got an 11.
Nice. Okay. Perfect.
Very good.
Yeah, you're good. You're able, like, there are some close calls, but you're able to kind of bob and weave in between people while you're doing this.
Okay.
But yeah, people are not happy about it. Like, what the heck, man? What is she doing? Oh, God. Young kids
you do
today.
that one anime thing where, like, in a crowd of people, you jump up and, like, run across their shoulders.
All right, so you eventually make your way into, like, what appears to be, like, a shopping arcade, which is essentially just an outdoor mall. Instead of having be inside one big building, it's just one big shopping street with a bunch of shops. Yeah. There, you see him like kind of jump down and make his way into a building that just says for lease on it.
And I'm assuming the door is locked.
Yeah, as you approach, the door is locked, but as soon as you touch it, Kokodo, it's almost as if like you go to jiggle it and it's clearly locked, but then all of a sudden you hear this like whoom, and it's now intangible, I guess, like you can just pass right through it.
Oh, yeah, ghost door.
Is that a thing you know about?
Yeah, you say that that's pretty common.
I mean, yeah, they're occasionally around places, sure.
Then be our
Kay
guest.
Kay just walks through as if it's not that really big of a deal.
There you go.
Kokoro just kind of like dipping her toes in cold water, just trying to like.
Kay sticks his head back out, so there's like only a head sticking through a door. Like, you guys coming? And then just pulls back in.
I'm coming.
Nozomi's definitely the last one through the door, and Mark, I think this will make sense to you related to the defect that I took.
Mm-hmm.
She takes a moment. She looks around. She's sweating a bit, and then she breathes in. She breathes out, and then she steps through the door.
This
Think Nozumi died, or oh, there she is. Oh, okay.
Hey.
this
I thought you got lost or something.
This space is sorry, go ahead.
Just wasn't sure what I was stepping into.
Yeah, looks at the door again. That's pretty much how it works. Like, you just kind of got to take a leap of faith, I guess. It's chill, though. We're not dead.
When you as you make your way through this doorway, this is clearly an old clothing store. You can see that like it's like there are old clothes on the racks still, ranging from all types of fashion, but it's not kept up well at all. You see like some clothes are on the floor, and there is a second level above, and there is this young man in the battle gear, just like kind of like you know, resting on the railing, like perfect, like with cat-like balance on this railing, just kind of like kneeling down and just saying like, we've been waiting for you. And this isn't in telepathic speak anymore. He's actually saying this out loud now. I should also mention that he is still wearing like this fox mask this whole time.
Yeah, real uneasy about that.
He's like, we've been waiting for you. We were quite impressed with your performance at the school. There are a few friends of mine that I'd like you to meet. They're waiting up here. And he kind of like steps down from the railing and just like walks further into the second floor beyond your sight.
So did they like base Naruto on this dude or something? You guys ready? Because it seems like we're in the deep end of this.
I expected to be here sooner or later. Let's just get it over with.
If I don't get some answers, cracks his knuckles, they're gonna have some problems.
Nozomi scooches in between, like if we're in a single file line, or if we're like, not necessarily single file line, but if it's one person after the other, Nozomi would be in the back, I think, and she like kind of fearfully looks around and then scooches up between the middle of Kay and Kokoro.
Gotcha. Now, it should be noted, I want everyone to be aware of this, that we didn't have any, unless you have like any attributes like regeneration or healing, there hasn't been any health points or energy points that have been restored since last session. So any damage that you had taken from last session is still applicable here, as well as any energy points that you've spent since last session as well.
Cool.
As you make your way up to the second floor, you can see that now this young man in the battle gear and fox outfit is standing in the middle of the room. And on his right, there is a love seat. And on the love seat, there is what appears to be a young boy. And he's just wearing like an elementary school uniform. Like, you know, he's got short shorts, he's got like a little shirt and tie, and he's sitting there playing what is copyright protected as a portable gaming device. Not anything that we can go use your imagination.
I don't like this.
Yeah, have you guys seen that one movie with like the kid?
Boss Baby?
What?
I don't know.
No,
I
it's
saw
like a horror movie. Never mind.
To his left, there is what appears to be a young woman. While she is a young woman, she's clearly older than the rest of you. She's not wearing any type of school uniform. She's wearing jeans. She's wearing like a nice blouse, almost with a little like almost like a suit jacket over it as well. And she's wearing some Converse sneakers. She as you make your way up, she approaches you before anyone else. And she says, I am so sorry for all of the mystery. Hi, my name's Reina. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Kokoro.
Yeah, great. Why are we here?
Well, Yuto didn't explain?
Dude,
He
Yuto
didn't
was-
even give us a name.
He was basically strangling a kid on a roof. We kicked his ass, and now we're here.
It was a big misunderstanding, really.
Yeah, we had been tracking that monster for a while now. Trust when I say that we would never attack someone who was innocent like that. That is not what we're about. But it is our duty to protect the innocent from creatures like that.
What's your
let Yuto
definition?
explain.
What's your definition of innocent?
It's at this point the kid who's like playing games on the couch. He kind of just like yells, "Innocent means not gonna eat your face off."
Are we gonna be roped in to babysit this kid? Cause I
Yeah,
don't do that
I'm not
shit.
playing Fortnite.
At this point, like the kid like kind of throws down like his gaming system. He's like, "What did you say?" Yuto's
You
like,
heard
"No,
me."
no, Shinrei, no. It's okay. There are guests." He's like, "Yeah, but they're not showing me any type of respect." YurayuraYurayura. He begins like lifting up his sleeves like he wants to fight.
Question: do you have an older brother in high school? I've heard that same thing recently.
I don't have any brothers.
It looks to the others. Is that phrase coming back or something? I don't get it.
I don't know.
It's at this point that Reina kind of like holds up her hand and it begins glowing, and she's like, "We invited you here, with the best of intentions. We mean you no harm. We would like to ask a question of you. Have you heard of the Hunters?"
I've heard of
Hunters?
Hunter x Hunter, but
No.
what do you mean hunters?
I'll let Yuto explain then. And she kind of passes it to the guy in the armor. At this point, he takes off his masks and he reveals himself to be a young man, probably in his 20s. He just looks like a regular guy, not super handsome, not like, just like run-of-the-mill average guy, but he is he has this really serious look on his face when he reveals, like when he pulls his mask off. And he was like, "Well, the Hunters are the organization that we represent. It is our duty to protect the people who do not have the abilities that we do from the creatures that would do them harm. We operate in the shadows, so to speak. Maybe not literally by night or in the shade where those cannot see, but we each have an item that we can bind our spiritual energy to, which will render us invisible to those without the sight. Me with this mask, Reina with her necklace, Shinrei with his portable gaming device.
That thing looks heavy. That sucks.
He's just sitting there like, wait, which thing looks heavy? The gaming thing?
Yeah, like having to lug around a gaming device everywhere you go just so you can be invisible.
Why I wanna? It's just, I don't like this guy.
I swear, they even look similar to that kid at the high school.
He Shinrei's just like, can I beat him up now? And
Bring it, kid.
Yuto is like, no. We're not here to beat anybody up. I saw your performance at the high school, like I said, and I was quite impressed by it. The fact of the matter is that Hearttown is kind of out of our jurisdiction. We operate in Osaka, where there is a much bigger presence of monsters, demons, and devils. And that's where most of the time we operate. But we've seen an increased number of spiritual activity in the city of Hearttown. And while it is not super far for us to come out here, it would be better for us to have a contingent of hunters in this area that we could depend on to protect it if we're not able to get here. We were wondering if that might be something you would be interested in doing.
I got so many questions, but what I'm gathering is that you want us to fight these monsters and stuff because you don't want to take like a quick drive over here. Okay, whatever. But is this like a big gang, like an organization that's like all over? Like, why should we believe any of this?
Your questions are fair. If you've not heard of us before, I can understand your apprehension. As far as the Hunters organization is concerned, we, in the city of Osaka, we number in the dozens. In the city of Japan, there are just over 200 hunters. Or so, in the city of Japan, the country of Japan, there are just over 200 hunters. Most of them are placed in most of our core are placed in areas of big spiritual energy, which would be the bigger cities: Tokyo, Osaka, Yokohama. All of these places have big groupings of humans, which are very attractive to the monsters, demons, and devils that would appear to do them harm.
Just over 200 hunters?
Correct.
And Nozomi steps forward, looks back at the group, and says, "Okay, just over 201 hunters."
Reina kind of looks at you, and she kind of gives you like a approving nod, Nozomi, as you step forward, and kind of has like a prideful look on her face.
Kay just kind of looks over at Kokoro like, you believe in any of this?
Surprisingly, I do. Just a couple quick questions, just so we're on the same page. What is the definition that you use for monster?
Well,
just so we're clear.
Absolutely. There are 3 classifications of creatures that we hunt. First of all, there is what we call the monster, which are human beings that have been afflicted with supernatural abilities against their will by creatures, by demons. While they haven't fully transformed into full-on demons yet, they exhibit strange and unusual powers. For instance, the Wolfman that we saw earlier today, they were a young boy who was attacked by a wolf demon and was in the process of becoming a full-fledged demon. For the monsters, we exorcise the energy from their body and disperse it back into the demon realm. We do our very best to save as many monsters as we possibly can instead of ruthlessly killing them. After all, most monsters are humans who are just victims of demon attacks and are in the process of becoming full-fledged demons themselves.
Right. So you saw what happened on the roof. You wouldn't classify anyone like me as a monster, would you?
Shinrei is like playing his game, and he kind of like puts it down. Why? Should we classify you as a monster?
I don't know.
chill out,
Maybe if you
kid.
don't shut up.
This like the Yuto kind of puts his hand out in front of the kid, and he's like, young lady, you while all of you acted hastily in our initial meeting and ended up fighting me, I can understand that you were just trying to protect, you were just acting out of protection for this young child before you knew what they were. I can certainly understand how it must have looked. Someone almost twice this child's size attacking them, sucking energy out of them. If you didn't have any information, it must have looked pretty bad. Go ahead, Nozomi.
I don't think you answered her question. And Nozomi takes a step back in front of Kokoro and says, "Is she a monster to you?"
Kokoro, you are not an enemy to us. We do not consider you an enemy. And should you join our ranks, you would be protected. You would be known to the hunters as someone who is not to be hunted.
Is she a monster?
Answer the damn question. It's a yes or no.
Reina, at this point, kind of looks over at Kokoro and says, "I'm sorry to say, but yes."
Kokoro, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. If I had the choice, I wouldn't be fighting monsters and, all that stuff, but it's not my choice. I am this. And she shows this a sleeve of like crocodilian scales, just like ever since I was born, I was thrusted into being part of a life that I didn't choose. And whatever, I'm not gonna bitch about it. That's fine. Whatever. But I do got people I care about, and if this is going to endanger that, then I don't know. I don't know.
Before any of you can act, you see this small child, like almost like you blink and he's just floating in front of Kokoro. And he just yells to Yuto, "You brought one into our sanctuary." And he puts his hand on your forehead. Kokoro, can I have you make a soul check?
Yo, all right.
Dude,
We're throwing
I'm
hands.
immediately
Okay.
going after this kid.
Okay, go for it.
Soul roll. Ooh, juicy. So that is 9?
Okay. Okay. Okay, so you can, all of a sudden, you begin feeling his energy being poured into you. And it's stronger than anything you've ever felt. Stronger than Auntie Mai. Stronger than the Wolfman, for sure. You feel this energy just being poured and poured and poured into you. Kay, what do you do?
Immediately just a fist is flying right at this kid's face, and this ghastly, ghostly glow goes around it.
Okay, make an attack roll. All right.
Okay, so that's
Ooh.
18.
Okay. He got a 20. So he
I
like
couldn't have beaten that.
as your ghostly fist almost reaches his face, he holds up his free hand, and he says, he's like, "Wait your turn," and he like flicks his hand, and you are thrown across the room.
Oh,
Again, you don't
shit.
take any damage, but you are just flung like at least like 20 feet backwards.
I think
Do I
Nozomi
smash
then,
into a wall?
Yeah, but again, no damage
Hell
is
yeah.
done. Just "Grrr."
I think Nozomi then attacks as well.
Go for it.
Snake eyes.
Okay.
What do I add to this? My attack.
Your
okay,
attack.
so total of 5.
Okay. Well, he also rolled like shit, but he still beat you. The same thing kind of happens to you. Like he just like he holds you like he holds his hand up. He kind of lifts you up like with his power and just kind of slams you into the ground to mimic how you fell at the skate park almost. At this point, you hear Yuto yell back, "Shinrei, that's uncalled for. I told you. She is not our enemy." And Reina begins like her hands begin glowing and her hands and eyes begin glowing this white color. And she begins like starts beginning this chant. Kokudo. At this point, you begin reliving moments of your childhood. You can see you can see the Akagawa family bestowing upon you the aspect of the crocodile. You can see earlier moments of your parents fighting alongside other aspect of the crocodiles as well, users, transforming for hunts. You can see your auntie taking you in when your parents haven't made contact with you. You can see all of the prejudice, all of the hatred that the city has thrown your way, and it's all just rushing back into you. And Shinrei takes his hand off of your head, off of your forehead, and he puts it on your shoulder, and he just says, "You poor thing. This was not your fault. I'm sorry. You are no monster."
That's cool now, but don't touch me!
And at this point, he doesn't try to defend it against it at all.
Touch me again, and I will break your stupid game system.
I think a little bit of your blind fury is kicking in.
Oh no!
So, Kokudo, you begin transforming.
Oh, cool! Great! Oh god! Okay, so we're doing this. We're transforming. Okay. Is it gonna take like another turn as
It does,
would
but we're
do?
not in combat, so like it's
4 seconds. Basically.
yeah. Essentially, like within 4 seconds, you've become your crocodile form here in this shop.
So I imagine like that transformation is a lot more janky, a lot more like chaotic.
Right. It's not nearly
Yeah.
as controlled and calm as it was on the rooftop.
No. Very uneven. Very like, yeah.
Can I have you make a mind check?
Oh god. Mind check. Here we go. Yeah.
What did you do to her?
Shinrei looks back at you, Nozomi, and says, "This is not my doing at all."
That's 11.
Okay. You're not quite in control of your senses right now. So you see pretty much everybody as an enemy. Not Nozomi. Kokudo, what do you do? Shinrei directly in front of you still. You're K 20 feet to your right, thrown into a wall. Nozomi kind of lying on the ground at your feet. What do you do?
Wait, Nozomi's like at my feet?
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's not great.
Do it.
So
Do it.
would that mean Shinrei or Nozomi is closer to me?
Roll a d6. 1 through 3 is Shinrei. 4 through 6 is Nozomi.
Let's go.
Oh my god, I am
Do this.
so sorry for what's about to happen. Oh my god. That's a 2. Ooh, okay.
Okay. So you begin. You throw your hand at Shinrei. Can I have you make an attack roll?
I certainly can. That's 2 dice.
Yes, 2 dice plus attack.
Here we go. That is. Oof. Well, that's a 13.
That's a 12. You hit. He holds
Yo.
up. He holds up. You see a shield forming, but your blind fear in your furious form. You're just fast enough to hit it before it's fully formed.
Ooh. Okay. So that's damage, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's 40 damage.
All right. So you hit him, and you have super strength, right?
Yeah, that's super strength.
So very similar to what he did to Kay, Shinrei, floating in the air, just goes flying, almost like 40 feet backwards, just like and through the wall essentially.
Nice.
Damn.
And it's at this point that Reyna, the chanting stops, and you feel this calming energy over your body, Kokodo. And you are now fully aware of your senses.
So fully aware, but still transformed.
You're still transformed, but you are now in complete control.
Oh gosh. The bloodlust sort of like dissipates from her eyes. They're a lot brighter yellow than they once were, instead of this tinged red. And she's sort of like looking at her hands, looking at Shinrei that's been like dented in the wall, like across Nozomi at her feet, and like she starts backing up and she turns the other way and runs out the door, like on all fours.
All right, so wait, did you transform back?
No.
Okay. So
No, she just runs. She just runs.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You go to the door and it's almost like a steel wall when you hit it.
Oh my god. She starts banging on it with her claws, like, "Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!" And she starts to like whimper, and as she does, she starts to like deflate and like back to her base form, and until she just falls to her knees in front of the door.
Yeah. Reyna goes down the stairs and puts her arm around you, and she says, "It wasn't your fault. It
Get
wasn't
off
your
of
fault."
her. And Nozomi walks over, picks her hand off of her shoulder, and just stands in between the two of them.
Again, part of the reason that we reach out to people with powers like yourselves, especially at the age that you're at, you might not be fully in control of your abilities. While we do classify people like Kokoro as a monster, part of the reason we start this program is to prevent them from becoming actual monsters that would do harm to the innocent here in the city. You would operate with full autonomy, but we would be here every step of the way to help you control your abilities, to help them be put towards the greater good, for the benefit of not just the people in the city, but for the ones closest to you as well.
Did you teach the little one to control his abilities? Because he didn't seem very controlled with how he did that.
Yeah, Kay has come away from the wall and has gone over to where the kid's indented in it and is just like staring him down with like his ghostly aura flying off.
Kay, roll a spirit check while you do that.
Okay. That is a 10.
Okay.
Not the best I've ever done.
You start to see like his body like just melt away. And you look over on the couch and he's still sitting there playing his game in the same position he was when you walked in.
Yeah, I think I need to go over and try to slap that thing out of his hands.
Okay.
I'm pissed.
You don't have to roll anything for it. You go and just slap it out of his hands. And he was just like, "Oh, I'm bored. They're boring me.
Reina, was it?
Yes.
So, if we join your little troop of hunters, we get full autonomy over how we protect where we live?
There would be targets of interest that we would send your way from time to time, but we would trust you to act accordingly whenever a threat rises.
Well, I think if Kokoro's okay with it, and if Kay's okay with it, if you want to send us your little targets now and then maybe we'll decide if we want to get to it.
I understand. That seems like a fair compromise.
And I don't want to see this kid's face again.
It's at this point that the like he just is like, well, how about this face? And like he just like morphs it into yours. And like it's like your fully formed face on this child's body. How's this one?
That doesn't want to make me punch you less.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
My name is Kay. I'm a big, strong guy. Ha 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 ha.
What the hell is your problem, kid?
He's like, I'm not the one who hits away game systems out of the hands of children. Yuto just goes, you're the one provoking them, Shinrei. And we all know that you're no child.
You sure? He sure as hell acts like one.
Yeah, he sure as hell acts like one. Shinrei, stop it! Yuto just like kind of yells out at him.
Like, Kay is so ready to just beat the shit out of this kid. He's like, he's trying to hold back so much.
I love it. Yuto then like hops downstairs towards Kokoro and Nozomi. Lord knows this could have gone so much better. I'm sorry for what has transpired here today. It was not my intention to upset any of you. Our offer still stands. We would trust you to take care of the threats in the city that you as you see fit. We would just throw the names of targets your way and how to find them. But how you deal with them would be of your own deciding. We asked for the for the monsters. We asked that you use some form of exorcism. And he kind of looks and nods at Reina, and she produces like a little silver thermos like this. And like written on it, there's like a bunch of like weird kanji that that was like very similar to how it was on what's it called? On Yuto's necklace from earlier, his medallion from earlier.
How dare you, Mark? You just turned me into Danny Phantom.
Yes! Reina says,
how could you?
If you have a container with these markings on it, whether it be a thermos, a water bottle, some sort of box, anything that can be sealed with these markings on it, if you perform an exorcism using these items, you can hold demonic energy there.
And then once we have it, what?
You would pass it off to one of you would contact a hunter, and we would come pick it up ASAP and dispose of it.
And yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell me about that?
Very well. We once we have the energy, we take it back to a known entry to the demon realm. We disperse the energy back to whence it came, so that it can no longer affect those here on in the mortal realm.
Maybe I'm just overly cautious, but why would I believe that this gang of yours wouldn't just keep all these things for your own ends? We're just, like you said, we're just kids who couldn't possibly control our powers. Why would we, not believe this?
It's a fair question. Reina says back over to Yuto. He's like, you have to take me at my word. Just know that once we get rid of this energy, it's not stored anywhere. You can only take me at my word for that, young K.
Is there any sort of like sense motive ability?
Yeah, you can roll with soul to try and see if they're lying.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kay's eye twitches at the word young.
I got a 10.
Okay.
That's a 14.
All right. Yeah. So both of you are like, yeah, they're not. You can tell that there's some stuff they're holding back, but when they say that they're not, like they're not keeping this energy here, like they're not keeping it for themselves, they're telling the truth 100%. They're not being deceitful at all. But there is like still some stuff about the organization that they have that they're not telling you yet.
Nozomi looks over at Kay and says, well, I'm in if we can do things our way, and if she's in. And she gestures over at Kokoro.
Kokoro stands and sort of like wipes her nose, and she says, would my family be protected too?
Reina comes down. She grabs your hands, and she says, absolutely.
Okay.
You can roll soul if you'd like to see if she's lying.
Oh, I'll just do that. You know,
Roll
never,
as well.
it never hurts. You know.
10.
14.
Okay. 14's strong with this one.
11.
Yeah, you can all, like, Reina is being absolutely sincere when she says that your family would be protected. She has no harm. She has no intention of doing you any harm.
Great. So she just kind of receives that. And Kokoro's like, this one might be a weird question, so bear with me. We have free reign to do what we want with our targets. Does that have, let's say there's a really strong demon, devil, monster, whatever, and he leaves behind a soul. Is that something we need to dispose of, or is that something that that I can collect?
Reina and Yuto just kind of have this look on their faces like, I beg your pardon, but you hear Shinrei yell from upstairs, no, it's cool. We get it. She has an aspect. And then they both kind of look at Kokoro like, oh, yes.
The hell did you just say, kid?
In the event that you encounter a demon, yes, absolutely. Do with it as you please. We just ask that monsters, you only use it as an absolute last resort.
Yep, fair, totally, got it. How did that kid know about the whole aspect thing? How do you know about the aspect?
Yuto, she says, suffice to say, we've been doing this for quite some time.
Okay. Well then, I guess count me in.
Okay, but while you're mulling this over in your head, you hear something in the back of your mind. This would be a good chance for you to make some new friends, to meet some more of us. Don't you want more friends?
I don't like it.
Don't you want to see us flourish? What an
Love
opportunity.
to never see you again.
What an opportunity to make us more powerful. Do it! Do it!
Shut up!
Shinrei's like,
It's
no,
like
you
he-
shut up!
No. Looks down at this kid. Just. All right, here's the deal. Walks over to the other two. This is our gang and our territory. I don't want to see any of you, points specifically to the kid,
Mm-hmm.
unless we asked for you to come here. Because whatever you're doing, I don't trust it. And if you're willing to recruit people like that, looks over at the kid once again, then how can I trust any of you?
What he said. Yeah.
As I said before, you would have full autonomy, and that is absolutely a term that we can be on board with. It's at this point that Reyna pulls out what appear to be brand new smartphones and hands them
These
over.
brand new phones!
A brand new phone! Hey, Tom, look at Tom what they won today.
It's got
Door
the
number
fantastic
3.
8-inch LED screen with Bluetooth compatibility.
And all you needed to do was be brought to an emotional state where you would transform and want to eat everybody. That's the only thing you needed to do.
Woo!
Easy peasy.
Oh god, they need to never bring that guy to meetings ever again because he's a problem.
Shinrei is a character.
I'm gonna fight that kid one day. That
Yes,
kid,
so
that whatever he is.
Reyna hands over these what appears to be brand new smartphones and says, these will have all of our contact information input in there. You're free to put whatever else you'd like on there. Totally fine. They're yours. We ask that, and they're, when your tenure with the Hunters, should it ever finish, we just want it back. Until then, use it as you see fit.
Looks over to the others. I've only used a flip phone. What?
I'm gonna
Nozomi-
download.
Nozomi
You go
grabs
first.
his phone and like unlocks it and like starts setting it up and shit and hands it back to him.
That was so fast.
Go to those like little classes where they teach old people how to use cell phones. Okay, he's just sitting there in the middle.
What the hell?
How does it flip? Where's the crease?
Cracks it
What are
open.
you doing here?
No.
It's not one of those like new, real popular ones that are the smartphones with like the full screen that still close.
Yeah. I think Kokoro's just gonna look at it and be like, "Cool. I'm gonna download so many games on this thing."
No worries. Now,
Do you think this thing could hold a whole album? Because I'm. I have
whole
to-
album.
Yeah, I have to like get like 1 or 2 songs at a time on mine.
I grab it back and I download Spotify and I hand it back.
it's just like, oh my god, what treachery is this? What sorcery have you done?
Right. So you're gonna like call us or something?
Just keep those on you at all times. And should a message, like, we will send a message with a target to your, directly to these phones when they become available, or when we are made aware of them.
All right, then. One other question. You said that you all have like a thing that makes you invisible to people. Do we use this phone for that? How, like, we need to do that so we can fight these things and not have people screaming.
Reyna steps forward and she says, I can help with that. And she begins like waving, like she does like a fucking like Doctor Strange type thing where she just begins like doing a circle. And like you see like these yellow like this yellow energy begins forming like within the circle. And it becomes like brighter and brighter and brighter until it turns to white. And then it's just the kanji for like eye.
Ooh.
And she
It's too bright.
God. The prop comedy is real. she begins like swirling around, and then like she pushes like she pushes the kanji out, and then it splits into instead of just one big one, it splits into 3 smaller versions of itself. And it like she's like, apply that to any item that you would wear constantly, whether it be your uniform, favorite pair of shoes, a necklace that you have.
Immediately takes off headphones, first time ever, and like presses it up against one of the kanji.
Make a soul roll.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So that's 2 1s, but here's what I'm gonna do. I took a particular feat that will help me out because I am horribly known for rolling poorly. So these like glowing magical dice like pop up in the air, just spin around a little bit, and my luck changes, and that's a mulligan.
Yeah,
Nice.
love it.
Oh,
No.
unreal. That's another 2 + 4.
Okay,
This
So-
is what I'm talking about.
a grand total of 6.
Yes.
I don't know. Do the rules say you
I
can
want
only
to
mulligan
cry.
once?
I didn't see anything in specific about it.
If you want to burn another mulligan, I say go for it.
Okay, fair enough. I did because of how this works. I took it twice, so I have 4 per session if I need it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, mulligan
Okay.
is an attribute you can take where I think it's only 1 character point, but for every level you take, you get 2 rerolls every session.
Yeah, and I absolutely need it to just not fall on my face constantly. So that is a 15.
Okay.
That's much better.
Nice. Okay, so the kanji, like you press it towards it, and like it's applied almost like a piece of tape onto like one of the speakers. And when that happens, you hear in the back of your mind, "Ah, it burns. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Like, there's just this little smile, like the tiniest little smile as he hears this. And then he reaches down and like plugs in his earphones to the new phone and like scrolls through it a little bit and finds that like the entire Linkin Park discography is on there, and just like oh my god, and then presses it and starts playing it to drown out the voice that he's hearing.
Like after a while, it kind of fades, and it says,
Breaking the
"Oh my god!"
tonight.
And one during the instrumental breaks of one of the songs, you just hear, "You enjoyed that a little too much. Tread lightly, insect." And then yeah, the other kanji just like are now, you can apply them to whatever item you see fit for the rest of you.
I think Kokoro like rifles through her bag, immediately knowing what she wants to use it on, and it's this cap. It's a baseball cap.
Baseball cap. Yeah.
That of course she wears backwards
Of course.
on
Yes,
occasion.
let's
Nice.
go.
And
Just
so
dap up Kokoro, just like yes.
yes, and so she applies the kanji to the hat.
There you go.
Does it go right where a symbol would be?
Essentially, yeah. Like the symbol is replaced with the kanji for a second, and then it just kind of dissipates back to whatever it was.
Cool.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, I think Nozomi then she lowers her hood on her hoodie. So the ears that are normally up are now not on her head, and she's got long black hair, and she kind of like pulls her hair to one side and then grabs a whistle that she then pulls off. And it's a pink whistle with a pink lanyard on it. And She holds it up to the kanji.
And the kanji like begins shrinking down to match the size of it.
Very cool.
And she puts it on.
You need now only focus. And it yeah, so like there isn't anything you need to roll for this like mechanically, but in the future, whenever you as long as you have this item on your person, you'll be able to essentially disappear. And it's a free action to do so.
Nice.
Just a heads up. Yeah, we don't want
It's
to
like, okay,
ruin the action economy of this.
Right, like people at school are gonna be able to see me and stuff, right? Because I'm not taking these off.
No, as again, Reyna says these abilities function in reaction to a need and a desire. Should you decide to just should you choose to be visible to those without the sight, it will automatically work. But when you need to disappear in a crowded area, just focus on it, and it will it'll shut you. It'll make you blind to those without the sight.
You know, I don't necessarily trust you guys, but that's fucking gnarly.
Yeah, bet.
Oh god. Well, Yuto says, well, if there's nothing like if there's nothing else you need to ask, I believe we're done here. I look forward to working with you.
Are you gonna
Guys,
open the door?
At this point, Reyna like waves her hand, and like this giant like almost like bank vault door appears like out of energy, and it just like unlocks and just fades away.
Thanks.
neat trick. Come on, let's get out of here.
Don't need to say that again.
Theme song music plays.
Song.
The ending theme that's just so chill and so nonchalant compared to the opening.
As we just stroll out. Like,
Yeah.
You guys leave the this shop, and you're back into like the happy, vibrant like heart town, Central Square. A couple of people are looking at Kokoro weird because her clothes are a little tattered from the transformation. And both Kei and Nozomi look a little bit roughed up. Again, no damage was taken. But there's a little bit of like scuff marks on your
uniforms.
Looks like they need to be washed a little bit.
Kay
Damn.
notices no difference compared to when he walked in.
I'm testing my whistle every now and then, so I'm like, and disappear. And then I walk like 5 feet and appear.
Yeah, so to the two of you, like nothing's really happening.
Yeah,
But,
she's just walking and saying like, disappear.
You hear off in the distance, you hear like this one little kid go, mommy, that girl keeps disappearing. And like you hear this one,
sorry.
like the mom is just like, that's nice, sweetie. Okay, thank you, let's go, come on. Whatever you say, sweetie.
Maybe we test it when other people aren't looking right at us, huh?
Yeah, you guys are in the middle of a
Sorry.
very crowded shopping street right now. And it's maybe only like 5:30, 6 o'clock at the most.
Damn.
Well, like everyone's getting off work and like walking through this area. It's like,
Yep.
Yeah, let's roll.
With the hunters now leaving you to your own devices, you all make your way back to wherever it is you're going. I assume everyone's going home.
Yeah.
All right. It's an average night when you get home. For Nozomi and for Kei. But for today, we're gonna focus in on Kokoro as she arrives home.
Ooh, picking on her a lot today.
Yay! The daggers, they come out.
Kokoro, as you walk in, you hear them like, "Welcome home, Kokodo."
Hi. Hi, Auntie Mai.
Did you eat while you were out? There's plenty here that we've made for you. No frogs.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a look. Thanks.
She like begins walking, like she like turns around, starts walking away and stops. She like turns around and she says, she sniffs you again. There's something different about you. Any interesting events this afternoon?
Oh yeah, I got like scuffed up a little at the park. I should have changed out of my uniform. Sorry.
Yes, at the park. Can't be too careful, can we?
No, Auntie Mai, we can't.
Very well. Give Auntie Junko your uniform and she will fix it for you. Can't imagine why you would need to transform at the park. But youngsters will be youngsters.
Yeah, at the park.
Called out.
I guess I'll, see you in a bit, I guess. And she goes to get changed out of her, uniform.
Can I have you, roll a, body check?
Oh, okay.
See if you can hear what's going on in the house.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
That juicy goss. Let's see. That's 12?
Okay. So you're going to change you're going to go change out of uniform. While you're changing, you're able to hear the little tidbits of this conversation going on with your aunties. Junko, you're gonna need to tailor up Kokodo's outfit a bit. Auntie Junko, oh, that's fine. I'm happy to do it. Oh, she gets in so many scuffles in that skate park. I hope she's taking good care of herself. I hope she's remembering to be careful. Auntie Mai is just like, I don't like the smell of what's going on. It appears, I don't know. It reminds me of the scent of your old crew. Seems to be on her. Oh, my old crew? No. They haven't operated in Hearttown in a while. Well, it could be worse. She could have fallen in with some truly bad people. I wouldn't mind it so much if she fell in with the hunters. And Auntie Junko just says, well, if it wasn't for them, would I have ever met you? And she's like, good point. We'll see how this plays out. But keep a close eye on her. Junko says, I'll do my best. And then, like, you just hear, like, Kokodo, I'm coming to fix your uniform.
Wait, I'm not decent. Wait.
Oh, young lady, it's nothing I've not seen before. And as she throws the doors to your room open, that's where we end the session for tonight.
Cool.
All right.
In the background, Nozomi's like on the half skateboard, like teetering back and forth still.
That's
in
like
her
the end
room
credits.
alone.
Like,
Yeah, the
just sitting there.
stinger just.
I love it.
Thank you, Mark.
Yes.
Kay's at the skate park on top of the half pipe, just staring up at the stars, and as it like scrolls by for his scene.
Nice.
I love it. Guys, thank you so much. Let me get this back over here. All right, yeah, so that is going to be it for episode 2 of Hearttown Hunters. Thank you all so much for sticking around, watching our adventure unfold. I'm going to kick it to the crew to kind of give another round of introductions and to give them a chance to shout out anything. So let's start with Emma.
Cool. Hi, everybody. I'm having a really good time with this. Thank you, Mark. So I am Emma, she, her pronouns, and I am with Greatest Guardians Gaming Network, and we are premiering a new show tonight at 7:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Let's go.
I'm excited. And so we're playing through Quest for the Frozen Flame. This is our first session, which is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play adventure path that we're gonna go through, and I'm super excited. I would love for people to join us. It's twitch.tv/greatestguardiangaming if you want to come.
I'm putting a
That's my
link
plug.
in the chat for anybody to follow Greatest Guardians.
Thank you.
Across all of their wherever you can find them, Twitch, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, wherever fine RPG material can be found.
Thank you.
Next we have Parker.
Oh. Sorry, I got distracted
No,
by
you're good.
Twitch opening. There you go. Hi, my name is Parker. I use they, she pronouns, or she, they, either way. I'm frequently on Manapot things, such as the Book of Brethida, and I also am part of the Starfound podcast, which is an actual play Starfinder podcast. And let's see, what else? I'm doing a performance, I'm part of an off-Broadway show, so if you're in the NYC area and want to see some cool trans off-Broadway stuff, the Civility of Albert Cashier, we got 4 dates left. If you want tickets, information about that, you can visit transentertainmentguild.org for tickets and for information about the organization. And I'm also happy to announce that we will be performing a concert set at NYC Pride.
Woo! Hell yeah!
That's
June
awesome.
So June 25th.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congrats,
you.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah, I could say that now that the PR is released.
Yes.
So, yeah, that is me. Yeah.
And
And then sparkles.
and then we have Adam as well.
Yes, I'm Adam Damus, and generally you can find me on the Emergency Power podcast, the Starfinder actual play podcast that I write and GM myself that Mark happens to be on. And our 3rd season is just about to drop, so get hyped for that. We also just started up a Discord, and I'll throw a link in the description when I have a second here.
Yep.
And also, if you just can't get enough of me, tomorrow night and every other Thursday night at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're Hexgrid Heroes. We're doing a, what was the adventure path called? It's basically the Kingmaker in space.
Horizons of the Vast.
That one. And so we're having a lot of fun with that. We got people from all sorts of different podcasts, and it's been great so far. So feel free to check that out. And if you want some art, I know I have a lot of pitches, I'm sorry. And if you want some art, head over to Instagram at _Ashen_arts, where you can check out a bunch of cool pictures I've done. And I'm going to be throwing some on that I've done recently for, oh God, ran out of breath, for the Emergency Power podcast as well. And that's what I got.
Yes. And thanks again, everyone. My name is Mark. You can find me all over social media, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, at Mark Likes Music. That's Mark with the C. Join us next week when we pick this adventure back up, and join me again on my personal Twitch stream where I have just started playing Final Fantasy VIII, and you can see me run around and figure out how to junction everything, because good God, I have never seen the word junction used so many times.
Oh no, not spell junctioning. Oh no.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
The
fun.
horror.
But anyways, everyone, take care. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. And and I didn't say this at the beginning, but happy Pride Month, everybody. Hell yeah.
Pride.
Take care, all. Have a good one.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, all.